Frenzzz, Natasha Denona's Berry Pop Cheek Trio arrived today. I am pleased to have received it, and this will be a first impressions, okay? Hi, I'm Alicia. I love Natasha Denona, especially her cheek palette. And let's take a trip down memory lane to set the perspective. Her first 4-pan cheek palette, which was Bloom, the Blush and Glow palette, released back in February of 2019. And now we have the Berry Pop Cheek. And I said on the Instagram post that I felt this was like Bloom 2.0, because when Bloom released back in 2019, this blush shade was just exquisite. Universal, because you could sheer it out, apply a little more. You have the cream highlighter base and these glow impact powders. But then the trio setup, the trio palette design, first released with her My Dream collection back in December of 2022. This was the first time we had 3 pans in the cheek palette. Wasn't crazy about this color, however. It was on the mauve side and not particularly robust on my skin tone. It was pretty. It's pretty. It's like a barely there nude type of a thing. But when I saw the Berry Pop, I was elated because look at this cream base color. It is giving coral. The Pop Cheek Trio retails for $48, and of course it is made in Italy. 18-month suggested shelf life. The cream blush and tinted glow cream base are 2.5 grams, or actually, excuse me, the cream blush 2.5, the glow cream base 2.8, and the dream glow powder is 3.5. In terms of the retail information, this release 48 hours early access if you have a Natasha Denona account, which I do, and I'm also an affiliate. Alicia 15 for 15% off if you would like to use my code down below. Thank you in advance. It released officially, I believe, on the 12th, and it will be in store in Sephora, I believe, January 22nd. Also available Beautylish, Ulta, but it'll be in Ulta stores March. So little way until you get the in-store Ulta purchase, but you still can buy it online, I believe, at this time. This whole collection also released with a lipstick and lip crayon, the Natasha Denona Berry Pop lipstick in cherry mauve and Natasha Denona Berry Pop lip crayon in cherry mauve. I decided to not get those pieces because those colors are gorgeous, but I rather wear them on the face, you know what I mean? And I don't wear lipstick often, so I thought it wouldn't have been a practical purchase on my part. But the cheek trio, sign me up. First, we have the cream blush in a matte cranberry. Ooh, that's pretty. And the texture, and this is why I had thought the cream blush in the My Dream Trio was a powder, because it is a cream blush, but it's not as wet as the one found in the original Bloom. This is a little bit of a drier, ooh, that's smooth. I don't know what type of formula this is. I know what it is because it was introduced in the My Dream. This seems silky soft, my goodness. And this sleeve is cutting off my circulation. Tinted glow cream base in a coral red with a golden nude glow. Ooh, do you see that flip? That's pretty. Next to this, oh my heavens. Ooh, that is gorgeous. And lastly, we have the Dream Glow, an icy pink champagne, and this is a powder next to the glow. Oh my goodness me. This formula is outstanding. Why don't we take the opportunity to then swatch? Well, actually, hold on. Let's go into Bloom. If you're wondering how this compares to Bloom, we'll first swatch the blush shade. And again, this is quite different from what we've seen in Berry Pop. So this is giving a little more color, but they're similar in color. I like, I wanted to see something like this from Natasha Denona again, but more edited. But now we got a little less. We have a smaller palette overall, smaller compact. Let's go into now the Glow Cream Base. This is definitely more pink leaning versus what we see here. This is definitely more coral leaning. The Glow Impact, or excuse me, the Glow Extreme, definitely more pink, right, than the champagne lean from Berry Pop. And why not? Let's swatch the Duo Glow. The Duo Glow is fun to have, right? It's fun to have on standby. This is not so much of a highlighter. It's more of a powder blush topper, definitely giving you more color, but I think having this glow cream base kind of embodies this a little bit, but giving you more coral. And if you haven't used Natasha Denona face palettes before, the compact design reflects her style and her preference when it comes to highlighter. Natasha recommends that you prep the area first with a cream-like product so that the powder product has something to adhere to and has more of a glaze, like glow from within effect, right? Versus if you would apply a powder on dry skin, it will look patchy and just dull. But if you have the glow cream base, she formulated these creams to mimic that of like a skin finish. And when you apply the powders on top, it's a seamless blend. They just fuse together and the finish is just beautifully remarkable. Now we got to get into the actual demo, and you know what that means. It's time for you to come in a little closer. That's enough. I already applied my Suqqu foundation in 040 as well as my Lancome Matin Idole concealer in, I believe today was 360, the more neutral leaning tone. Going in with my Mizuho CMP 510, I'm not entirely sure if I would have, well, I think I'm going to upload this video first before my inexpensive food day list video, but this is one of the featured brushes. You can't go wrong with this guy. It's like a standout favorite. With this type of a formula, I think it okay for you to go from blush to pan to face. So let's just do that. Going straight in, let me wipe my brush actually, because to get rid of the leftover foundation, which is something to consider if you are jumping from one brush to another with several products. To ensure the best product application, it would be beneficial for you to wipe your brush so there's no residue of product on the bristles that could possibly muddy up the colors for whatever blush you choose to apply. And that's where you could run into problems with the application not appearing even or splotchy, right? So make sure you take off any foundation residue or whatever foundation you used prior. Now we could go in with the cream blush. Ooh, my goodness. Let me take my larger mirror. Okay. This definitely is more cool cranberry leaning. And I like that. I like that for sure. And if I wanted you to see the color, all right, we see the color, it's there. If you are in the same position as I am at the moment, wipe your brush again, remove the excess product, and then go back to pounce the edges of your blush, right? Because we don't want to apply more product. We just want to blend the product that's already been placed on the cheeks. And you notice that I'm bringing it up high. Oh, this is an outstanding color. This is the type of shade that is universal in my eyes, yes. Sure, is it more cool leaning, like a little cool undertone leaning? 100%, but I think it will be evened out with the glow cream base because that is more coral. You know what I mean? I wanted to apply it in this manner purposefully so you can see what effect this cranberry has when placed on the center of the face, right? Because it's going to have more of like that flushed effect, especially I'm applying a little bit more if you hit this right under the eyes lightly. That's definitely going to carry the color in and closer to the lash line and have more of that flushed effect. And this shade, again, is versatile in terms of how you can apply more sheer, or you could apply a little bit more for that color intensity. And I do predict this will work well on several skin tones, especially the deeper skin tones. This has, I think, enough color richness where it won't appear too ashy. But let me know if you've already ordered this and that was a total lie. You could just tell me down below, but that's my prediction, family. That's what I think. I also wanted to apply this higher. Now, instead of primarily placing this shade on the apples of the cheeks, how it would appear if I kept it rather higher in and around the hollows of the cheeks and grazing the cheekbone. But once I've applied the majority of the product higher, I'll then take the brush lower and just place the leftover, right? And now you have a cleaner gradient, right? Where the color starts higher on the cheek and then it lessens in color intensity as it travels down. I think this is the best way. This is definitely a look, right? If you just want to get blushed out of your mind, this is the way to go. Now let's apply the Glow Cream Base. This, I think, is going to add a little bit more warmth, and I will go in with my finger because the Glow Cream Base formula is fantastic. It's easy to apply. It's a soft cream, but it's not slippery. It has nice adherence, and it just melts into the skin. And look at that effect. Oh, that's gorgeous. And now we'll take this to the other side because this has a little bit of color. And if you don't want this to appear as a shadow when turning head on, depending on your skin tone will largely determine where it's appropriate for you to apply this product. Naturally, if you're me or lighter, you might want to apply it lower so it can serve as more of a blush topper, right? If you want a little bit more of that shine effect here, then you will apply it lower. But if you're deeper than me, this will probably be more of a highlight, then you will apply it higher right on the cheekbone and around the brow arch. Now let's get into the Dream Glow. I know what to expect because it's NATASHA Denona, but at the same time, I'm like getting ready. You know what I mean? Let's tappity tap a little bit here. Oh yes, the Dream Glow Powder is sensational. It's a powder, but it doesn't feel or apply like one. It virtually just sinks into the skin and leaves behind an outstanding glow, just without looking textured or overly metallic. It is just to die for. To die for. We got to do the Glow Cream Base on the lip for sure, because this is a palette that I saw Natasha, I mean, she applied this everywhere. She applied it on the cheeks, on the eye. She applied this on the eye. She sure did. And with that, I'm grabbing my Tuckahoe JG4. This is a synthetic eye brush. And why not? We can then take this color through the crease and we could go bouquet style, just wrapping this color around the brows if you wanted, right? Just to give that beautiful ethereal blushed out effect, whatever you want. Now keep in mind, if you go in with the Glow Cream Base on your eyes, that's not going to last very long. Neither is the cream blush, because the cream blush is a cream, and if your eyelids are on the oily side, even if you prime them, this is not going to last very long. This is just to show if you wanted, you know, this to be photographed quickly or wherever you are attending, you're not going to be there for long, and before your lids turn to pumpkin greases, then you could just not worry about it. But if you are planning to wear this longer, all night long, all day long, it's probably not going to last very long. Now just applying the Dream Glow here on the lids. Actually, let me use my finger to get a little more pickup here. Okay, right over that cream blush. Ooh, that's pretty. I do just want a little more definition. So I'm actually going in with Mother's gel liner in Black Coffee. Natasha does have her liner, yes, but this is just what I had on standby. All right, that's not bad. The wings look all right. We're doing all right. Look is complete. Let's apply some lashes and I'll be right back. Here is the final look using the new NATASHA Denona Berry Pop Cheek Trio. I am beyond pleased and delighted with this palette. It did exceed my expectations because I was holding it to a similar standard where Bloom sat, and was expecting more from the colors because I wasn't crazy about the mauve one that existed in the My Dream Trio. This color is outrageously beautiful. The cranberry tone to it has a little bit of like a coolness, but then the Glow Cream Base kind of brings it back in terms of warmth and delivers that shine, and the Dream Glow even more dazzle if you want to build the highlight, which the palette is designed for you to do. It's outstanding. I absolutely love it. I love this color. The formula, this I prefer actually over the formula that exists in the Glam Face palettes. The Glam Face palette is not what's in Bloom, okay? It's like a spongier type of a cream. I feel this cream applies more even. It applies more even. I mean, the swatch, it speaks for itself. Just the evenness of it and how it blends. The color richness sustains itself no matter how you blend it, where you place it, and it's even, right? It didn't move my foundation. It didn't pick up my foundation. It's just, my goodness. I'm just cleaning up the edges here a little bit because, of course, I went a little crazy. You can definitely carve out as you need after the fact, right? But my goodness, it's gorgeous. I love this trio. I am thrilled that she released a trio again, but with these shades and what I had said, Bloom 2.0, because Bloom is one of my most favorite Natasha Denona face palettes from her 4 compact portfolio, and I had said this is one of her best performing cream blush shades because I think it covers a wide spectrum of skin tones simply for the fact if you're lighter, then you just sheer it out and not use as much, and if you're deeper, you use a little more, but it won't look ashy. It'll just have more of that cranberry look to it, and it's versatile in terms of where you could place it. If you want more of like that blown out flushed effect, you could apply it lower. If you want more of like a sculpt effect, you apply it higher. Outstanding, outstanding. If you're thinking about grabbing this, you will not be disappointed. And while I understand this is a first impressions, I get it. I haven't worn it for hours. I just apply it, first user bias, blah, blah, blah. I've reviewed a lot of Natasha Denona. All right, I have all of her face palettes. I don't have her contour and glow palette, the 6-pan one, but I do have her diamond blush and glow palettes, the huge pan ones. I have all her 4 cheek palettes. I have her 2 glam face palettes as well as the love palette. So I have witnessed how her cream blush formula has evolved from her diamond blush and glow all the way through now. And yes, because of the color, I disregarded the formula because I didn't appreciate the shade. But now that we have this cranberry shade, my goodness, this is by far one of my most favorite cream blush formulas from her. What I would like to see from her next, terracotta. Listen, if we could get like a bronzy terracotta edit in the blush trio compact, I think that would be complete. It will be complete. It will be just gorgeous. She could do the glow cream base in more of like a warm terracotta rosy shade and maybe go a little bronzy if she wanted, but like a reddish undertone so you could wear it as, I'm thinking Paradise Venus, but in cream blush version in this Natasha Denona formula. I know, stop it. Don't think about it. It's too much. And then the Dream Glow, maybe more warm champagne. You know what I mean? That will be just beautiful. Or maybe this is a prelude to a berry eyeshadow palette midi or mini. If she did the berry concept for eyeshadows, I don't know how that would compare to like her love palette, because her love palette has a lot of reds in there. But knowing Natasha Denona and how genius, brilliant she is with her color curations, it will be interesting to see 15 shades inspired by berry. Maybe she would think strawberry, raspberry, blueberry, and maybe add like a navy in there. Maybe that would be interesting, pulling from the fruit colors or just pulling from this color, because you know how wild she can get with just expanding from one color. 15 shades, you know what I'm saying? That will be interesting. I predict she's gonna do something berry this year for eyeshadow. I don't know when, and this is just my speculation. I have not seen anything or heard anything. I know how the internet is with the sneak peeks and whatnot. I have not seen a thing. Just based on what I've seen from Natasha and how she rolls out her releases, where you could see like the setup of inspiration with certain products and how she'll get, first it was the eyeshadow palette and then she'll do a face palette or a cheek palette or vice versa. You know what I mean? But if you want this, you will not be disappointed. If you want to get this for sure, you could do 15% off with my code, or if you want to wait for a sale, I get it, right? This is not, I believe, limited edition. Yeah, this is going to stay. This is going to stay. So I get it if you want it right away. I understand the FOMO. It's real. But if you want to wait, that is totally fine as well. If you have to see more reviews, if you want to see more skin tones, if you want to see more application ideas and techniques, go for it. I don't mind, friend. We'll talk down below. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you down in those comments. And until then, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I will see you in here again with another review tutorial. NATASHA DENONA Cheek Product Extravaganza. We might have to do another ranking, but with Natasha's face palettes. Let me know down below. Take care, and I will see you again soon.